5 seconds remaining. Newbee's turn to pick. Dire team
Apparition. Earth Spirit.
Newbee's turn to ban.
Behold the Horn of Magnus.
Dire team ban. Newbee's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Newbee's turn to pick. Dire team pick. Queen of Pain. 10 seconds remaining. Newbee's turn to pick.
Disruptor.
Ten seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Omni Knight.
Five seconds remaining. Newbees, turn to bed.
Death Prophet.
10 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Newbees, turn to pick.
Faceless Void.
GG. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. You may now.
Praise King.
It's on, guys. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Love me some Raging. Oh, yeah.
Where'd the music go? Where'd the music go? Just making sure it wasn't me.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I don't hear any sound.
Can we get in-game sound? I have no in-game sound.
Prepare for
Never mind.
battle.
Hello, friends!
Hello.
Like Zyori just said, my name is Sunset. Joining me is going to stop looking at me, Grant. I don't like it when you look directly in my eyes.
Why? I just, you know, feel like we're a family right now. And what a game. This is game number 3. Loser's gone. Loser's just a loser. They have to go home.
Well, they do have points, so they can be happy with that at the very least.
They do, but wouldn't you be happier with more points?
You would, but
right.
That is the unfortunate thing for the Chinese fans out here. You will be losing one Chinese team at the very least, and the winner will face a juggernaut in Team Liquid.
Yeah, pretty good
We're waiting
team.
in the upper bracket right now in that best-of-5 grand final.
So who do you like? What's draft right here?
I went back and forth as I was telling you. I actually have no idea. I'm a huge fan of Wraith King, as Alak can attest to, but I know the panel was definitely favoring Newbee. I have no idea, dude. I really don't. I think it's... You have the execution factor.
I think the panel is favoring VG, actually. So.
Oh, I said Newbee. I meant VG.
Okay.
They have the chrono. They have all the team fight, but on the other side, Newbee, they have a lot of survivability.
They do. Obviously, you have the Omni. They didn't really talk much about the Omni Knight. I doubt you'll see the carry Omni Knight we saw last game. This feels more like a let's save the Quap, let's save the Wraith King kind of Omni Knight, but we'll see how good of a start he gets.
Since they've changed his Mortal Strike to give skeletons. So essentially how it works is you one-shot creeps when you get that crit off, and you will store the...
They did have a Dazzle, though, so what they would do is they would stun, summon 5 skeletons, and then heal bomb, and it was just insane. SG destroyed, I believe, actually Newbee with it? They ended up losing that series, but it was scary.
Yeah, definitely a cool combo, as Paparazzi's going to be forced to use his Time Walk to...
So they did put a Void middle.
They did.
Interestingly. And now bottom lane, KP taking a ton of damage here. Shouldn't die.
Yeah, has Purification in 2 seconds. Will live. Yeah, this is kind of weird lane. So I can't remember the last time I've seen a Death Prophet in the technical off lane here.
Yeah, I do like it. Obviously, it's a lot better versus melee heroes, such as an Omni Knight and Void. Off. And Paparazzi's going to take a ton. Roll in if you really wanted. And it's mostly just a 2v2 lane middle, and then 2v1 top, 2v1 bottom, and KP in a lot of trouble again.
Yep, they're going to roll in. Kaka, though, will miss out. Yeah, so much for the 1v1 mid that we were hoping for in this patch. Looks like it's going to continue to be dual lanes after dual lanes.
And sometimes, I mean... near the level 6 mark of these cores, it's always like 4v4 fights middle, which are pretty exciting. But KP in the safe lane still getting farm, even though he's running low on mana. So it's going to be tough. Once Ori gets like level 2 Spirit Siphon, I don't know what KP can do.
And Young 11 taking this bounty rune away from Faith. Has the skewer in 8 seconds. Faith has yet to skill anything, by the way.
He's just whopping him. That's that.
Half HP right now.
And now we are going to finally see the Earth Spirit roam on bottom, but unless you're going on Fenrir, Ori will have that at least always save 1 Spirit Siphon unless he's going for a kill now, and it's going to be so hard to kill him like they said.
Yeah. But in the mid lane, LanM completely out of mana now, so SC can feel pretty confident getting these last hits, although as a result of this dual lane pressure, he is behind in the CS department, 6-3 versus the 14-11 Paparazzi Void.
Yeah, I mean, extremely high base damage from Void, and obviously when you're melee here, you just have a better attack animation than ranged.
Oh, I hear a skewer. Top lane. Looks like we're going to perhaps get first blood here, although no, the health salve will be there in time.
Yeah, possibly he could have mangoed and then stunned and it would have been a kill, but he wanted to save it.
And Faith's going to take a couple of right-clicks.
Bottom.
We got Purification Fenrir in a lot of trouble, being chased by KP and Kaka. Kaka, nice job by Ori blocking that. And it looks like the aggression will end here.
Yeah, that was a really nice block by Ori. If he was like one little pick.
Good lord, that's
Have you seen the movie Pixels?
I have not. I think somebody's told me about it.
Yeah,
oh my god! That was a decay into a soul rip.
And it just killed him.
An insta-give because he has no HP.
He literally had missing 16 strength into the soul rip, but he's right back here. Oh, and a haste rune though.
I mean, in some ways you're happy to die because then you don't have any more decay stacks on you.
Fade. You're in trouble. Gets the rune, though.
Yeah, the right clicks will commence as Paparazzi's haste. Still half duration to go. There's the bash, and he'll find the kill.
Yep, so at least he gets that, but oh my goodness, that decay soul rip kill. What a way to get first blood.
And he has the level advantage here in the mid lane as well. As bottom lane, oh, looks like Fenrir is in a lot of trouble. Kaka's be able to get the last hit. Don't think the Thunder Strike will be enough.
Yeah, well, luckily he did have the tangos. Yeah. So Ori gonna feel a little bit more helpless down here while KP just continues to farm. And look at that, with the D-gen, he just right-clicks him. Heal versus heal bottom lane. The two supports are just gonna bully each other while they farm. Top lane. I mean, we haven't heard much from Mugi, but he is 24 and 19, level 5. This guy is farming quickly. Do you go Armlet or Midas?
That's the question. I was going to ask the same thing. It looks like it's going to be...
Thank God I asked first.
There's no way it's Treads Midas, right?
It could be.
I guess I could potentially go down that road.
Wants that attack speed, wants to be able to farm scale to the late game. I mean, Wraith King, if he gets a Blink Dagger after those two, I mean, you're just going to be all over the place.
Yeah, it's a fun hero. Do you get Radiance this game? Is that a Radiance build?
I mean, Radiance is... You always want Radiance. AoE miss? Always
good.
Great.
I mean, you could go for the more right-click heavy, like Assault Cuirass, maybe Echo Saber, something like that with the armlet.
Yeah.
Could be pretty strong.
Yeah, I mean, we just don't see that much Wraith King, honestly.
Especially not with skeletons. How does that come into play? Do you get Desolator to help the skeletons right-click? Oh,
or a
imagine
Vlad.
the possibilities.
Top lane, though, look at this. All the supports are just following each other. Now, Lanham's in a lot of trouble. Now he's just going to get right-click. Nice skewer downhill. Wow.
Yeah, Magnus running away now. Cold Feet no longer applied. Lanham inside this kinetic field right now, but Kaka and company will be able to take him out with that Wraithfire Blast. So 2-2 in the score. Pretty even game overall.
Yeah, it is. The biggest thing there is Mugi with 2 stuns takes away 2 raindrop charges.
Oh, he needs another bash.
Doesn't. And wow, we're seeing the power. Paparazzi, he's 33 and 20 and so 22-7, and that's just the power of Undying, right? This is when he's strongest, the laning phase, and I mean, we saw him get the first blood and just harass in general.
Hey, TP's in, just soul rips, gets him back up to a healthy margin here. Gonna show off the regen rune that I'm sure Paparazzi will take.
Would love to have that.
And SC in the meantime will have to use a shrine to get back to healthy. Top lane, Great Fire Blast on the Magnus. Here's the roll in from Kaka. Young 11 has no mana. And that'll result in another kill here for Newbee. Fenrir able to do a little bit of damage here on the side. Comes his Kaka back, he stands still just to taunt his enemy.
The siege unit? Oh, it turns around. That could have been a kill. Has to be careful now. Yeah, we see the level 2 Shadow Strike, obviously. I mean, especially against a melee hero.
I mean, look at the level advantage, though.
He
just hits level 5. Paparazzi has his Chronosphere to work with.
And that's pretty much a full cold feed as well, so like 2-3 extra hits depending on the bash from Paparazzi. That's scary. Bottom lane, I mean, there's a lot of action there early, but now it's just Ori versus KP pretty much. Ori does have level 6. He can pop those ghosts if he really wants. And 3 people. They're ready for Paparazzi middle now.
Oh, the roll-in is there. Faith with the right click. Silenced up, and that's going to be enough to take out the level 6 Void. That's going to help out SC quite a bit in the level and farm department.
That's huge. Perfectly stacked silence and stun just by Kaka alone.
Kaka is showing why he's one of the best Earth Spirits in the entire world.
Top 3, go.
Oh, God.
All right, that was a lot slower than I thought. Just get back to the game.
I have to think about it. I don't know. There are a lot of great Earth Spirits. I mean, I remember back in the day, Jerax was probably the original Earth Spirit, I want to say.
Him and Crit probably
played a whole lot recently, though. Yeah, Crit as well. There's my top 3. Got it.
God, I thought you were going to answer like all quick off the top. Well, let me think.
Oh, top lane Magnus. He gets stunned up. Will the cold feet proc? Nope, the skewer is there. He'll take Kaka with him, though. And the shockwave will connect on 2.
A little action going. It just feels like Mugi. I mean, he's just free farming pretty nicely as a Wraith King, but bottom lane.
You're going to see the Chronosphere coming to play. Ori with the Spirit Siphon, ready to go, along with the Crypt Swarm. Even pops the Exorcism, so this means the Tier 1 tower is definitely in their sights.
Dude,
as they take out the Omni Knight with ease.
The level 2 Soul Rip actually did so much damage there. I love this 2-2-0 build. It's a lot more aggressive in the early game. You have less team fight going forward, but I don't think you mind. You're an Undying, whatever.
Yep, and here we see the pressure applied to this Tier 1. Fortification is popped.
This fortification, yeah, it helps top lane too, because the creeps survive a lot longer and the next wave comes in.
Double whammy. Why not? What do you think about that change? Anyway, we haven't really talked about that.
I like that it can provoke more, not backdoor plays, but more aggressive, maybe boots of travel TP plays. I like it. We haven't seen any like that yet, but
I'm sure we will at some point.
Yeah.
And top lane Mugi.
He did
with
go
his
the
skeleton
Midas.
army, the shockwave will only kill one skeleton. They each deal 37 damage and have 1 armor with 300. I'm just going to read off every little skill point here.
He has his Midas coming, so 9-minute treads Midas, or he's here now though.
In some trouble.
Use your Midas.
You got to use it. He still has reincarnate, so could potentially live through this. Gets off a nice Wraithfire Blast, but there is no TP action coming for him in the meantime. Like you said, Disruptor taken out. It looks like he does get the Midas off. Well worth the death, Mugi says.
That's reliable gold, my friend.
That's right.
The most reliable.
It also takes 4 heroes to have to go to the top lane.
Yeah, it does, and they got the kill on Fenrir middle, and they can push in the middle tower. Unfortunately, it's an AA and a Quap, so it's a tough push on the tower.
Yeah, Wraith King, of course, one of the longer ultimate cooldowns in the game. Has been buffed in recent memory. I feel like it was 300 seconds at one point for level 1. Not nearly as bad now, 200.
Yeah, that's a lot. 300, I believe that's 6 minutes if my math is correct.
Your NA math is really coming through this week.
It is. I've really moved forward. I think it's because, you know what I love about European breakfast? Not everything, but baked beans. Like, who would have thought to put baked beans for breakfast? My God.
It's quite strange.
But it's so good.
I can't say I've ever had a saltier bacon in my life either. It's literally like you're eating salt. It's delicious.
You hated it. Why you say it's delicious? You literally threw it at the waiter.
I'm trying to be nice here, Stranger. How dare you?
All right. Yeah, I love baked beans, so that's the moral of the story.
Yeah, that's a great moral to have. Thank you very much. Toma's complete now on Fenrir. He's been saving for that all game. Well, I don't know. Will that get him to level 6? It's going to be close. I think it will. He's trying to chase down the courier here, and it is just used. Okay, close. Very close to 6. Yep. And with that static storm, that's going to make a huge difference. That's when the wombo combo starts to come to play for Vici Gaming.
You get a nice Magnus ulti into Void ulti. You don't even need the Void ulti. If Magnus ulti is good enough, you don't need it. And nice deny. Paparazzi just denied against a siege unit, 10 skeletons, and like 5 creeps.
Right, that was 5 skeletons. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here, buddy.
There's a lot. They're spooky.
They are.
Top lane, they're getting ready to fight. They know there's no ulti on Mugi.
Oh, but he does have Midas. Use that Midas, my friend. He gets glimpsed. There's no creeps even close to him. And the Void and company look to be taken out, but looks like Kaka's here for support. Spirit Siphon's here with Ori. He pops the Exorcism. He's just going to attempt to team kill. Kaka will not live, will drop dead. Wraith King, in the meantime, will find his inevitable end as well, as the creeps are just taunting him so close to that Midas. So close.
Yeah, nice ulti, though. Faith does end up picking up Paparazzi, and he almost got solo killed. There's 2 crits in a row from Mugi, but middle, Young 11. No mana, unfortunately, for his ulti for SCC, and the old whiff.
It happens, my friend. Faith is going to pay for it with his life. Young 11 ticking down with a Shadow Strike, but will live thanks to the Tango. And he'll TP back to base safely.
But still, I mean, this KP goes the phase boots build. He's going for the drum. Almost has it. I mean, they're up 1k even though they're down. I mean, these early game kills really do not mean that much when you have someone else farming in a lane and the other team doesn't.
And Mugi finally gets to use that Midas. My goodness. We'll be going for the Blink Radiance if nothing else changes as far as his quick buy is concerned. And at that point, I mean, once he gets that Blink, that's when you really start to see a lot more action. Not that we've had a lack of it so far in this game.
It's been a kill per minute. Kaka's done a good job of roaming around, going for that Yules first. Pretty standard now. Sometimes Blink, sometimes Yules.
And Paparazzi with the Mask of Madness looks to be going Shadow Blade as far as the next item on his list. But what's your perfect initiation here for Vici Gaming in the grand scheme of things? Because you have the Chronosphere, I guess you set it up with Kinetic Field, Static Storm after the fact.
I think you'd rather have your Magnus going in first, but if you need, I mean, that's the thing, you can take 2 fights around the map. We've seen a lot, like, right, Liquid yesterday took like a 3v2 fight and a 2v3 and they won. If you could do that with this lineup, with like an Undying, Void, that feels pretty good. You always want your Magnus in first, because if your Void goes in and gets silenced by Earth Spirit, you're in a lot of trouble.
Especially considering he's a position 1 and not a 3 this game.
And he's not going Lincolns. That used to be the classic Wings Gaming build. He's going pure damage with the Shadow Blade, initiation damage.
I mean, it feels kind of like the double bubble, right? The Enigma / Void that we used to see back in the day. They don't really synergize, but this instead it's the Chronosphere RP. LAN might be in some trouble, but hugging the tier 1 tower very smartly. KP in the meantime, bot lane. There are a bunch of heroes amalgamating around him here.
That's good warding.
Good scan, though.
Yeah, and Vici spotted out that the Quap as well as I think the A was there, but they're going in.
Yeah, they're going to roll right in, and Undying will find his end to Mugi's right click.
But they know KP's there with the scan, like you
Paparazzi
said.
finds KP. There's a Chronosphere. The repel was popped. Pretty nicely done, but the Exorcism will come through. Oh, he might be able to get it. No, the bash is there. And this tier 1 tower is more than dead.
And I thought Mugi would actually pressure the tier 2 top, but after the tier 1 goes down, it's tough. If Ori TP's in with all those ghosts, you don't want to be caught in that. Ah, never mind, they're going back.
Skeleton Gaming, pop those 3 charges you got there, buddy.
And they
you know what I would really like to see? Oh, we're going to see a glimpse first into a silence. Queen of Pain. SC in a lot of trouble. The right clicks from Paparazzi are there with the Mask of Madness.
Hello? That was a really odd play by Newbee. So they do back out after the tier 1 goes down, and then they go back in to hit it a few times, and they just get punished. 1 TPs to the Shrine, 2 TP to the tier 2.
Yeah, a little bit of lack of discipline there from Newbee. I would say it's pretty uncharacteristic from the second place TI finishers.
Yeah, that seems really odd. We do have a blink on Wraith King if he wants to get it. I think he's just pushing the lane. He doesn't want to give away he has the blink yet. I think they want that for an initiation surprise.
I have a request for Ice Frog, Grant. Would you like to hear it?
Radiant's top tower is
Wraith King, when he crits creeps, it auto kills them, and he stores skeletons. If he gets a kill on a hero, I want a big fat skeleton to come out. What do you think? It's like a Nature's Prophet type of deal.
I mean, sure, I guess.
Imagine this obese skeleton.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I don't know how a skeleton could be obese, but we have to make it happen.
All right, I'll
triple the damage.
I'll get some people I know on it for you, bud.
Thank you, Grant. You're the best, man. Looks like KP in the mid lane has the drums. Phase boots will be going for a solar crest.
I like it. Still provides a little bit of DPS with the phase boots plus the attack speed of drum, and then solar crest, still one of the best. I mean, offensive and defensive. Top lane, though, will they get the initiation on SCC? Because bottom lane, they get it on Death Prophet.
Ice Blast completely destroys
Oh,
SC in the meantime. Oh, the RP is wasted. Beautiful blink from SC, baiting it out, one would assume. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, though, Fenrir's going to get right-clicked by KP. Gets off the Static Storm. He's going to be stuck inside, in fact. Paparazzi's here, and the support will be enough to turn that bad boy around.
I could have swore, didn't that happen to KP last game, too? No, it was Young 11 who, went for the solo kill behind the tier 2, but bottom lane, ultied up is the Magnus, and he's had a bad turn of events. He's trying to get to the Shrine.
Oh,
Body
he might
block.
make it. He's going to hit it. Will it be enough, though? That magnetizes continue. Nice soul rip. Healing him up a decent amount. The shockwave's going to connect on 2. And Vici will walk away healthy. Paparazzi jumps in, has the cross. It's going to hit both perfectly right on the edge so the melee heroes can take out Ancient Apparition. And Newbee getting punished severely.
That's kind of what we said, right? The Magnus used his ulti top, but the Void still had his ulti and gets a perfect one off bottom. And man, it looked like Earth Spear was going to get that solo kill. That would have been so big, but Shrine Gaming, my friend.
That's right.
And now you do
keep in mind, while we watch Wraith King right-click here, you cannot one-shot Ancients, Grant. Just so you know, it's not too overpowered.
Or Roshan.
Yeah, Roshan. It's funny because that was actually a thing at one point. Not for Wraith King. I forget what hero. Some hero used to be able to one-shot Roshan.
I remember
for like a day.
For a day, yeah. It was a long day, my friends.
Yeah,
it was a day I played Uther Party all day instead. And now the 3-man Shrine up top, and that's all 3 cores, and they're just farming. Paparazzi now has a Shadow Blade. A new Shadow Blade, new mask feels so good on a hero like this. It's plus damage, plus attack speed. Oh, see you later, AA.
Duels into a skewer, into a silence. AA, you got no chance there, my friend.
Look at how much damage. He hits 20 from the mask, 22 from Shadow Blade, and then Empower. Like, Paparazzi, even with this more setup build, attack speed build, does a ton of damage.
I mean, wait till his level 15. He'll get the plus 100 time lock damage, making it a nice round. 225 damage per bash. Pretty filthy.
What if he doesn't get it?
Then,
well, middle lane.
He will. I'm giving you the Suns fan guarantee, Grant.
Oh.
It's as good as the Walmart guarantee.
Oh, that's good.
You can return things within 80 days, right? Something ridiculous. Pretty sure.
It's been a while since I've been there, so I don't know.
Have you told them you're casting? Do they know you're here? You're not bedridden. They know that, right?
All right, we need to change the subject quickly.
Hopefully nobody's watching from that local Walmart.
Yeah, Vici, though, they're up 13 to 8 kills, but still with the Midas on Wraith King, he has not stopped farming this entire game. He had that one death top, but he's at 2 deaths. But that one big one after the Midas, besides that, he's just farming nicely, almost level 14 even.
Yeah, he's hit a lot of creeps this game, no doubt. 3 skeletons.
Chrono middle, though.
Middle, Omni Knight. Looks to be coming close to death. Here's a nice Ice Blast, a beautiful RP onto 2 heroes into the Static Storm. Seeing the Wombo combo come into play. The GA is popped though. The Sonic Wave comes in as well. Only hitting 1 hero, I believe, is Wraith King. And Newbee are be able to turn this around. That's 2 cores dead, only for an AA. Looks like the Queen of Pain and company are going to be chasing down Undying, who is slowly ticking away to this Magnetize as Kaka takes the right click for himself.
And again, these Magnus ultis, like, including game 1, right, are so good, and then it just feels like they don't do anything. He ulted 2 people and skewered him back into Disruptor ulti, but it was 2 supports, and somehow the Omni Knight got off Guardian Angel, so even though they were in Disruptor ulti, nothing else was doing damage.
I think one of the downsides for this lineup for Vici Gaming, you're looking at, like, you get an RP, you get a Chronosphere, and then, yeah, you can get a Static Storm or something. You're doing a lot of damage over time. But there's nothing that just bursts them immediately. Exorcism kind of damage over time as well. You don't have like this combo that just completely annihilates a team.
And they went on the Omni Knight, and they just couldn't bring him down to Chrono.
Right. I mean, again, the survivability of Newbee is pretty crazy. So you got to burst them down, or else you're gonna pay.
And they paid.
And you can't burst down Wraith King because I don't know if you know this. He has an ultimate that's a passive, brings him back to life.
He does.
It's quite strong.
And he did get 15 strength. That is so much life, so much damage. That feels really good.
Of course, the 5 max skeleton sounds very memey. I'm not sure if it is good, but
it sounds terrible. Absolutely.
Oh, he's going to jump right in. AA Blast will follow, and goodbye, Death Prophet. Ori is deleted from the game.
And just like that, Newbee's up 4K gold. It went from like 500 the other way to 4K. And they have a Solar Crest on Omni Knight now. So even if you go on him, how do you kill this Omni Knight? Because you need to get him first, right? He's a freaking Omni Knight.
You have to silence him, number 1.
All right.
And then run away.
I would love Lotus Orb now, like you said, versus the silence. I think it's really good.
Agreed.
Or BKB. I mean, honestly, a BKB Omni Knight would be interesting.
Yeah, Mugi gets repelled. Young 11's going to skewer away in fashionably. There's SC bot lane, Aegis intact, going for a Shivas right now. Kaka's going to TP.
Yeah. And he goes for the Yules. I mean, you see that a lot now, especially now versus the Disruptor ulti. So if she does get sent back, guess what? You just avoid like almost all that silence. And
yeah, this is. I mean, it's looking quite good for Newbee. Very survivable, and the team fights just have to be perfect for Vici Gaming. I mean, we talk about the best case scenario for them, and it is good, but you have to get them off in quick succession, nice layering and all that good stuff.
And you have to hope that Faith is in bad positioning, which he really hasn't been much of this tournament. Yeah. Like, getting that AA before you can get the ult off, because when a Chrono comes out, the Void is going to be doing damage. You're always going to hit the Void with AA ulti, which is actually a weird thing.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about AA last game, how well it counters these healing type strats. I wouldn't call this a healing strat, but you do have Soul Rip, you do have Mask of Madness on the Void, and of course Spirit Siphon is a huge skill to negate if you're able to get the AA Blast on the Ori.
Yeah, and he did. He got it on 3 heroes last time in that last fight, and he's almost level 10. He's feeling good. 60 gold per minute's going to be his.
Yeah, Newbee feeling very comfortable right now. Probably going to wait for this Radiance to be completed on Mugi. He's only about 300-400 away.
Yeah, I think VG, I was going to say they need to group up, they need to get a smoke, but the problem is that just doesn't win games, right? Oh, let's smoke and get kills. That's not how it works. It's so obvious if they smoke right now, because Newbee just took a tower, they backed out into their own jungle. If VG smokes, they know they're going to run into 5.
Yeah, look at this positioning from Newbee. They're definitely ready. Mugi in the front line, doesn't care if he really dies once. Would rather wait to die until he has Radiance, though. Becomes that much more effective in these fights.
And smoking like right now is fine, because you saw they backed out as 5, but now it's been almost a minute. You can go into their jungle and hope you can find someone, but I mean, Newbee is just playing it close to the book here.
He takes the max skeletons, or he has max skeletons right now at 7 charges. Be interesting to see what he takes at level 20. I'm assuming he still goes for the attack damage. As we're going to see the initiation onto the Wraith King. No Radiance as of yet. It's at base at the moment. He's stuck inside the kinetic field, but here comes the repel.
Oh.
Gets out safely. Kaka jumps right in, gets a beautiful magnetize on the entirety of Vici Gaming, it seems. But it looks like they'll find his way to the grave. Mugi still has reincarnation. Will use it. As Quap getting Spirit Siphon right now, Undying stuck inside. Nice Sonic Wave. It's going to hit 2 heroes. Doesn't really have that much of an effect actually. A beautiful RP, a late RP. That's what you need. Into a Chronosphere onto 4 heroes. Do they have the damage to finish it off? It looks like the answer to that is yes. Omni Knight looks to be next. That is the Aegis used. SCCC on the run is time dilated. He gets glimpsed back. Do they have enough to take him out? Do they have a silence? Do they have anything? No, looks like he'll be the lone survivor.
Still dilated though. Blink taking a little bit. My God. That was the perfect, and right, AA ult whiffed on everybody. They started that fight by missing an AA ulti. It was such a good job. He skewered them back, and they looked like Vici wanted to go, and then they all backed out. And Newbee kind of got nervous about all that, and then they just got punished. The chaos definitely benefited VG.
Yeah.
And man, that just shows how important that AA blast is. It went in, completely whiffed on everyone. A fresh BKB on Death Prophet as well. And that was an easy fight for him.
Yep. But wow. Radiance is technically now online.
Yeah, it was flying out on the chicken. That might have been big. That 17% miss on everything, just the damage in general. That was a nice ulti from Earth Spirit. 4 people, and then he just died. He like rolled in. Just,
like, all right, well, not much more I can do, my friends.
Oh, and here we go. The smoke is going to be up. Are they just going to go for Paparazzi?
Paparazzi, very timely.
Wait, did
time walk? No pun intended.
Oh no, now they know, right? Because he left his Radiance on middle, but maybe they didn't see.
Nope, Young 11, he'll be spotted out. He gets the skewer off into a Shadow Blade. They're going to roll right in. It will connect. Do they have Dust or Sentries or anything? Mugi. It looks like they're going to get the Yule. It's a beautiful double sun on Kaka. The angle was perfect.
They still didn't know he was there, though. He hit that without even knowing.
He's just a god.
And he did have a Sentry, actually. I'm really surprised he didn't place it down. Maybe he didn't see the Shadow Blade?
I'm pretty sure they saw that. It's daytime right now. I'm fairly sure. SC and company, though. Apply a little bit of pressure to this tier 2 tower. Young 11, RP up in 3 seconds. He gets off the Shadow Blade.
They're ready to go in. They know Mugi does have his ulti out. I'm sure, like in team chat, you know, you write down when the number is.
Yeah. They're trying to look for a similar initiation where he jumps in with Skewer. There we go. This time it's onto the Earth Spirit. They get the Veil off. AA Blast is here. It's only going to hit Paparazzi. Chronosphere onto 2. Ori pops the Exorcism along with the Spirit Siphon. Mugi's on the backline. RP is used. Looks like he's going to destroy both the Quap and the Disruptor. It's a 1-for-1 right now. Ori still has that Exorcism going, trying to chase down Mugi, preventing that Blink Dagger. The Radiance killing those creeps. Got to get that farm, man. Got to get that farm. Minus is on cooldown. That's good stuff. Gets off the Wraith Fire Blast, and there's the slow from the Reincarnation. He's going to jump right back in. Young 11 going to skewer him onto the high ground, but will die to the Radiance. Ori and Lan M now chasing down Mugi at half HP, but KP's here for the survivability. Survivability! Wraith Fire Blast is applied now. Mugi looks like he will finally die. It takes forever to kill this hero. No. Omni Knight popping those drums. He's going to get time locked. He ended up going for that 300 health. You were right. You were right.
Suntan guarantee.
All right, apparently is just as good as the Walmart guarantee, aka complete garbage.
And man, VG Gaming again wins a fight, and it felt like Mugi's playing like this so aggressively. He blinks forward just to get a kill onto the Disruptor, but I mean, what does that really do in the long run? He already got his ulti off as well as the kinetic field, and then he's in a bad position. And he just gets sucked by Death Prop, and he can't get away.
Yeah, these fights are pretty back and forth, though. It takes forever for somebody to die, it feels like, other than the position 5s on each respective team. And BKB now 8 seconds for Ori.
And that's the problem. There's no lockdown on Newbee, though, right? I mean, you have a Magnus ulti, you have a kinetic field, and you have the Chronosphere, while on Newbee you have a stun from Wraith Blast.
Well, you got Kaka. He's been getting some pretty amazing stuns here.
But it's just not lockdown like a Chrono or a Magnus.
For Kaka it is.
Yeah, right, that's true.
We'll see. But no, you're right. It's not guaranteed stun, and
feels
ease
rough.
of execution is definitely a factor here.
And because of all this lockdown, like, the Tombstone actually feels decent in this mid to late game on Undying, because everyone's getting shut down, and all these zombies are just spawning. And these full heals coming out from the Soul Rip.
We're going for that bounty. He's going to find Faith instead. A Blast will actually not hit.
And then they get nervous.
He's going to run away in shame.
Many thanks.
And look at that, Lan M just healing him up with the urn. He's full HP already.
Unfortunately, we're going to see the 30% lifesteal come out again for the Queen of Pain instead of the 650 AoE Shadow Strike. I know. I'm still waiting for that day where we see that one time. It's probably going to be a misclick. It's not even going to be on purpose.
Can we remake?
Pretty sure Paparazzi misclicked, by the way. That he definitely wanted to go for the 100 time lock damage. Grant.
All right.
I know for a fact, man.
I was making sure, because it looked like it helped him survive that versus the AA blast, but I could be wrong, so could he. No, but Ori now has the full Shivas and about 5 gold. He'll just chill here until he has it, and even more lockdown. It just slows him down while they're already shut down. He's almost level 20, 500 health on a death prophet in a game like this. That is so nice.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see, even though we haven't seen a whole lot of this tournament, the sheep stick for somebody like Ori, where you can't dispel it anymore. It's actually a consistent lockdown. I
think that's what she'll get after the Octarine core, honestly. Okay. Or it could just be a heart. It just might be tanky, right? You just go full tank on Death Prophet. Sheepstick's still just really expensive. They buffed it a little, but it's just expensive.
Moogie. He's going to dodge this smoke gank for now. KP. That's probably the best bet to get an issue. Wraith King's probably better, actually.
Omniknight's going for the Aghanim Scepter.
Oh my. Slack's going to be happy about that one. Young 11. See how much vision
they're
have
looking.
here.
Oh, the chicken. Hello.
Around. There's Young 11 getting the Empower off. Wraithfire Blast is applied, and Magnus might just drop right off the bat, but gets off of Yules. Sonic waving it to a beautiful Chronosphere onto 4 heroes. How is that hitting these heroes? Paparazzi is a god. AA will fall first. Looks like Paparazzi and company going to right-click down KP on this Omni Knight. Wraith King will pop back up thanks to the reincarnation. One more Yules for Kaka. See if they can finish him off now, and indeed they can. It's a 3 for 2 as Moogie. Skeletons are chasing. Don't think they're going to finish anybody off, unfortunately for him. He's going to jump right in, though, and Undying looks to be finding his way to the grave as well. Ori TP's out to safety, and Paparazzi Lothars.
You asked how he hit all those people before Old 11 died. He got the skewer off while he was dying, and it actually pushed to him into the chrono. He knew he was dying. That was a perfect play by him, but the problem is you killed 3 heroes that don't really do anything, and now you just have a super farmed Wraith King and a Queen of Pain who didn't get hit by anything. And look at this. They're just going to take down this Roche. Moogie's going to hit level 20 off of this. Get the reincarnation mana cost, or do you is it the skeleton damage?
No, you go with skeleton damage, my friend. You have to.
It's a guarantee.
Suns fan guarantee. Just watch and learn, my friend.
Yeah, Faith here now as well. Help him out a little.
Look at them. Unless you go the 5 max skeletons in the earlier one, maybe it's good. I don't know.
Yeah, but it just means you can keep throwing stuns and you don't have to worry about it. Like, it's one less thing you have to think about.
Look at that. He doesn't even want to. He doesn't even want to level it. He's probably asking his team, which one's worse, guys? They're both pretty bad.
Yeah, going for an Assault Kyros next. That's going to be big, and almost a full Mjolnir is going to come out on that Queen of Pain, and that's when trouble starts coming. Even if you chrono him, if he has the Mjolnir on him, gets the Shivas off, that is so much heal.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing that if he's able to pick that up in time. As Newbee right now with a 4K lead.
I think I would be happy this game if I was Vici if Paparazzi had more farm. But after the BKB, it's been a little bit slow. But he actually, I lied. He now has a Monkey King bar. Okay. Not on him. First, he wants the wand again. Oh, there we go.
Oh, SC gets skewered in. Blink on cooldown for 2 seconds. Gets silenced. The Yules is there. Still has Aegis, so
still silenced.
Not going to be too stressed about this death one way or the other. Kinetic Field is already used.
No one.
Chronosphere is here, though. Will they use it? Indeed. They're going to try to take him out. As here comes the Exorcism as well. They will commit it, and they will completely destroy him. BKB's activated galore. Kaka not able to get out in time, as his Ghost Scepter is going to find his inevitable end. I hear an RP go off onto one hero. I mean, a kill is a kill, I suppose. 3 for nothing.
Yeah, I think you know, because you already killed the Quap. You're like, let's get that ulti up, and they're just going to push into the base, and that was huge. They saw KP farming top. I think that they would have definitely, after they killed the Aegis, bailed. But they're like, wait, Orange is just farming top. That's their save.
And Moogie gets glimpsed in. We have a buyback on the Queen of Pain, and I think Vici Gaming is going to use Fenrir as the bait, and they will TP out on the high ground.
Yep, and that's that. They don't have any lockdown besides Wraith King.
Wraith King needs, he needs his level 25, the Reincarnation cast Wraithfire Blast, and then Bloodstone. You blink in, Bloodstone, thus stunning the whole team. Then you have it locked down for everybody.
God, you were just... You were the worst.
If you mean amazing, yes, I agree.
but still.
By the way, he did go the no reincarnation mana cost.
Yeah. Who would have guessed?
I don't know. I mean, we'll see if that ever comes into play, but I just doubt it.
It's just one thing. I mean, the skeletons are going to do damage. You're against a bunch of AoE as well as the skeletons.
I don't think
garbage.
either are good this game, but yeah, you're right.
I think it's fine. You just don't have to think about it. You can throw as many stuns out as you want without having to worry.
No tread swapping necessary is what you're saying?
Exactly.
Easy
Strength.
game. You don't have to control the skeletons either. It's great.
Now Faith, level 15, 20 health regen. Interesting.
On who?
The Ancient Apparition. And now all the cooldowns are up, though. Once again, it's kind of a... I mean, both teams have big cooldowns, but because they know Dyers are there, they can just take this tier 2. Maybe go for another one.
Yeah, I feel like high ground will be a little bit more difficult for Newbee, just because of the wombo combo potential of Vici.
Yeah.
But if they can catch them without the cooldowns outside the base, they could potentially do some damage to the structures. But again, they don't really have even the best push for Newbee either.
This is interesting. SCC actually, after he did the buyback, he switched up to a sheep stick and quick buy instead of the Mjolnir. Be interesting to see if he actually goes for that.
That would be interesting.
And here we go, we might have a fight. Oh, Lanham.
Oh, they're gonna find the Undying. Lanham will die right off the bat. The Death Tombstone is up. Chronosphere onto the Omni Knight. Beautiful RP onto 2. Able to take them out with ease. It's a 2-for-1, but the cores are still alive for Newbee. SCCC gets off the Sonic Wave. And that's the second kill for them in this engagement as it ends as a 2-for-2. Mugi, blink up in 3 seconds. Shockwave will cancel.
He has a Yules, yep.
Yep, the Yules is there. Paparazzi, got to keep canceling that blink of his. He's just going to resign to this 1v2 battle as Mugi still has his cheese and the reincarnation.
I don't like
Paparazzi.
that blade mail.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a late blade mail there, but AA Blast is coming in. Faceless Void gets destroyed, and SC is here to play as well. Ori pops the BKB. Mugi eats that cheese, that delicious cheddar cheese, my friends. Magnus, in the meantime, goes down to the scream of pain, and finally Wraith King finds his way to the grave. But Ori taking the right click. How much longer on this exorcism? Not long enough. And Newbee somehow come back in that fight.
That's a level 25 Queen of Pain. Even without having the Mjolnir, just the amount of control they can do. We saw the Shadow Strike, and actually the Faceless Void got stuck in the trees for about 6 seconds there going after the Queen of Pain. And that was a problem.
Wait, was Ori playing the Necropost that got stuck in the trees as well? I can't remember.
Maybe that could be the problem.
That would be hilarious.
Oh, and man.
Twice in the same series.
That Assault Kyros coming out from the Wraith King now. Just that armor is going to be so good.
Yeah,
KP.
that gives them a lot more push potential too, which is something they're lacking.
And now you do have the KP Global Omni Knight, so now if he goes top, doesn't even matter that much. And they're just going to push into the base.
Yep, Tombstone is placed.
The Mausoleum.
SCCC.
Heal it up.
Just going to right-click it.
Or not. There we go.
No more Soul Rip to heal that up. Free gold for him.
He has 5.7k on the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, they can do a little bit of damage here. Not sure if they're going to finish it off because Faceless Void is up in 8 seconds with that Chronosphere.
I love that they pushed during the double siege unit.
A Blast coming in with the Yules. Static Storm is placed, but Undying. Lan M gets destroyed. Kaka rolling away. Paparazzi, a nice Yules while rolling. Young 11.
The double siege units,
RP.
they're going to get the tier 3.
You're right, so they can go for shrines after this, but first they have to run away. Chronosphere and RP are available. There's a skewer. Looks like Omni Knight will probably end up dying here.
Solar Crest, so good though.
It's going to take a while, but the Suns fan guarantee is he will die.
Oh, so he's going to live. Wow, I didn't know that.
Oh, God.
Still, what a great fight from Newbee. We see like 2 heroes on each side dying, and then the big guys finally go at each other, and it just feels like Newbee. The Queen of Pain and Wraith King having 2 lives. And he even, I feel if he saved his Blade Mill for when he came back alive, that would have just been so much bigger. Yeah, and now he's going for the Nullifier on Wraith King.
Oh boy, same with Paparazzi. We're going to have double Nullify? God. I don't believe this. This is crazy.
It's going to be nuts. I like it on... I like it on both, actually, because it can definitely stop... it stops the Yules on Queen of Pain, which is big, and it could stop this Sheep Stick on Quap, which she's about to pick up.
Stops the BKBs as well, both on her and the
biggest one.
And pretty interesting item. Hey, it's actually making more sense, this no reincarnation mana cost, because that's 100 mana for the Nullifier.
It is. Genius. Oh, we do have an Octarine.
You are so smart.
Octarine on Death Prophet.
Okay.
Just one of those, you know, lower cooldown on Exorcism. Level 25 there as well. The Exorcism grants haste.
Wow. I was talking so much shit about this talent. What do you think of it?
I think it's really good in team, but it just helps you. I mean, even just to run away, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just good defensively. It's decent offensively with the Yules. You just run up, catch someone, and like you said, you run quicker than the Ghost, but if you Yule somebody, the Ghosts are going to catch up.
That's true. That's a good point.
And here we go.
We'll have to see it in action here.
An aggressive smoke from Vici Gaming. This could honestly just be the game if it's a five-man team wipe for someone.
It could be. Right now, Newbee with a 6K advantage,
Oh,
but it feels like Vici is the game.
Faceless Void bought the Relic. Sorry to interrupt. So no buyback.
Nullifier.
He has the full Nullifier. No
right.
buyback.
Nullifier time for Faceless Void and company.
Oh, the chicken, though. Oh, they're going to get it. You are going down, my friend.
Oh, one more. SCCC will blink and kill it, but here comes the initiation. Undying again will die first. The tombstone will be placed thanks to that
What
death.
a Yules on Void.
Ori is hasted with that newly picked up talent. Pops the Shivas and the Exorcism. There's a Sonic Wave onto 2. Paparazzi with the BKB. There's the Global Guardian Angel. Magnus stuck in the wrong place at the wrong time. Omni Knight will drop to his death, but did get off the GA. Mugi looks to be next on the list. He actually just didn't have, I guess Reincarnation was already cast. Young 11 now on the run. SCCC will blink in. Right click on Paparazzi with the Chronosphere. Does he do enough damage with the help of Fenrir? Perhaps Ori's Exorcism will be enough. SCCC will blink away. Paparazzi right in front of SCCC, who gets glimpsed back, gets the sheep stick off. Ori, though, nice silence, nice Spirit Siphon. That's an ultra kill for your Death Prophet.
And that is just them not focusing the Void. The Queen of Pain used the ulti, and then he just instantly time walked, had full HP, and you're fighting into a Death Prop with Octarine. Like, they're trying to right-click her while she had Black King bar up, and they did no damage.
Did we see the Nullifier used?
I actually have no. I'm sure we did.
Yeah,
but
probably. Paparazzi right now. He's getting close to the level 25 quick. 175 chrono AoE or 25% backtrack.
I mean, backtrack's just a more guaranteed, but that is a reasonably big AoE.
It is. It's bigger than it sounds with 175. I think backtrack just might be way too good to get. I mean, his chronospheres have already been amazing.
They have.
But yeah, I think either one you could make a justification for. He's thinking about it right now.
That was such a huge play by the Earth Spirit Kaka too. Like the Chronosphere was going to be on him as well as the Quap, but he got that instant Yules off, so he couldn't Chronosphere him. But unfortunately, it wasn't big enough because Ori is one fat Death Prophet right now.
Yeah, she has the Refresher Shard along with Cheese now. Refresher Shard is in the inventory, or in the backpack, I should say. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. The Paparazzi did end up going to the 25% backtrack, by the way.
Just too good.
He's so hard to kill. Has the Aegis, of course. And Vici Gaming looking real good as Kaka just blinks right into his death. Hey, it happens. Hey, Nullifier was used. I'm not sure why, but it was fun to watch.
That was very interesting.
Radiant's top tower.
And a tier 1, I'm surprised that tier 1 tower has lasted this long.
It has, and now they're just going to get some free gold here. A-Blast going to come top and knock out those ranged creeps. Actually, all of them almost. But Ori doesn't care. They don't even have to use Ghosts.
And this is the first time in the game I believe Vici has had a net worth lead, although very slight. But for the past like 10-15 minutes, it just feels like they're the ones that are kind of dictating the pace of this game. It feels like they have control. They have the ultimate team fight. As long as they don't waste their spells, might be sitting pretty here and going to the grand finals.
Yeah, they're looking good. They have the team fight, and I mean, people want to say, oh, Death Prop's just not that good late, but with Octarine Core, she is, I wouldn't say one of the best late games, but she's definitely in the upper echelon.
Yeah, quite good. Young 11 right now. He got past the Refresher Shard, so we're going to see a double RP here potentially.
Either one, I mean, he doesn't have to use it. If they just win a fight without him using that, you just hand it over to the Ghost Lady and push a lane and you're good.
Here, Ghost Lady. I mean, speaking of level 25 for him, though, for the Magnus, we talked about this kind of being underwhelming. 20% power damage cleave or 0.75 second reverse polarity stun, but you have this Refresher. That stun, it adds up real quick.
1.5 if you're perfectly timed, so probably something like 1.2 extra seconds, which is quite a bit. But the Empower is not bad when your Void is very farmed.
True.
Both of those feel decent, honestly.
I mean, when I say underwhelming, I'm talking about in comparison to a lot of other 25s in the game.
Like four charges of Cold Feet?
Godly!
And here we go, another smoke from Vici. They're going to find Faith at least.
Chronosphere onto Newbee. Gets off a nice BKB though. The Skewer's not going to place Faith inside the Chronosphere, but he will likely find his way to the grave one way or the other. Sonic Wave is placed. I believe that was the Paparazzi right-clicking on Kaka. Static Storm placed. There's the Guardian Angel global, but Mugi is in so much trouble. He's done almost nothing this fight. Finally gets off the Wraithfire Blast. It's a 2-for-1. Mugi finally gets the crit. The RNG gods are in his favor, but Fenrir and company look to take him down. And it's a 3-for-2 as Paparazzi turns his focus onto the Queen of Pain. Needs one more bash potentially. And triple kill for Ori. Ends up being a 3-for-4. Kaka is somehow the only one to survive, which is surprising.
And the only reason the Newbee won't just lose a set of racks here is because all the lanes are pushed in the favor of Radiant side. They're going to continue to go, though. And it was actually the Refresher Shard was used by Magnus, but he didn't get the ulti off. He died. He used it and then just died.
Oh, that's a shame.
Pretty much a wasted shard.
Well, he has a Refresher Orb, too.
Yeah. He used that, so and then he tried to shard and didn't go well.
Wait, did he get 2 ults off then?
Yeah, he got 2 ults off, didn't get the third.
God, poor Magnus.
Poor guy.
Get 3 ultimates. Great.
Kaka's actually hitting him with the split push Earth Spirit.
That's true. Earth Spirit is definitely a problem. Paparazzi might be getting out of here after this tier 3. Could go for the racks actually. It's Ori. TP's bottom. We have a buyback onto the Queen of Pain. Shield Blink attempting to chase down this Paparazzi Void, but not in the cards today.
Yep. Super good play by the Earth Spirit, splitting him up. They didn't even lose the racks because he split him up.
So Ori has 8,000 gold.
Boots of Travel 2, get rid of the gem, and I mean, you could go whatever you want. Sheep Stick, more than likely, or a Hard, I feel. Could be just an Assault Kyros too.
Anything over 5,000 gold is probably okay.
Yeah. Maybe not a Rapier, but...
I mean, you never know. Might get to that point.
The Sunsman guarantee.
Suiciding myself for Paparazzi
to Refresher Orb.
All right. Screw that Roshan shard. I'm going to get my own.
And they could just go for another team fight. It seems every time Vici's smoked in the late game, they've actually found somebody, which is rare, right? Because usually both teams are sitting as 5, but Vici Gaming's fine with them sitting as 5. They'll just run at you anyways.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Vici, I mean, I don't think there's any question who has the better team fight in theory. It's all about execution, though, at the end of the day.
So, pardon me, Suns fan.
Yes, please.
But does the Fusel Blade take off Guardian Angel or no?
No.
Okay, so it's just garbage.
So the only thing that would take them off that they could get is a Nullifier.
Okay, and that's what they have, and that's honestly probably why they have it now that you say.
That's right.
No, and they've used it. I mean, that's why SCC has been living so long, because we've seen like 2 reverse polarities on her, just holding her into place, but they just can't kill her because of Guardian Angel globally.
Yeah, I kind of make fun of the Ags from time to time. It's a little bit underwhelming, but in this case, just got to make sure you get that off, and that's 10 seconds of invulnerability unless a Nullifier is used on somebody. But they can only use it on one person. It's a 14-second cooldown.
Yeah, it is. And VG Gaming now up 12K. From being down about 4 to 5K consistently for 20 minutes to being up 12,000.
It's quite a bit.
Still the Death Prophet. I mean, Death Prophet has a refresh orb, but you just put that in your backpack. Still can get one more item.
Yep, Sheep Stick or Heart.
And now a fresh BKB up on the Queen of Pain. Still, she has to avoid the Magnus with the double ulti. Even if he solo ults her and they don't kill her, just keeping her down for like 6 seconds is all it takes in these team fights. Because, I mean, honest, Mugi's just getting ripped apart by the Void. Just absolutely ripped apart.
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if Ori picks up something like a Halberd. That could be pretty good utility against a Wraith King to get that off before the BKB can't attack. Yeah. Also, the evasion is pretty huge for Death Prophet.
And look at this. VG is just counter warding right now, getting all the map control they can.
Paparazzi looking for that Chronosphere initiation.
Radiant are scanning.
Radiant scanning, they see him.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like one of those games. You just wait for Roche, and that's probably when you have a fight, or maybe not. Young 11 on the cliff. He's ready to go.
And they know they want to force a mistake maybe because they know the Queen of Pain has no buyback for sure. They don't know about anyone else, but you kill that Quap and, well, it's probably curtains.
I actually can't believe how far ahead the Death Prophet is in terms of net worth. It's pretty insane.
Yeah. Crypt Swarm every less than 4 seconds.
What is Void? I mean, Boots of Travel is the next progression. We're going to see a jump in here
middle.
onto the Undying, the usual death for him. That means the Tombstone will be placed and the fight might begin. Young 11 looking for a potential RP, but there's only one hero here.
And we'll
And we'll just wait it out.
Buy some time there for Newbee. Almost has his nullifier as well, going for that Sacred Relic.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, nullifier might be better than we were thinking. I had it top 2 with the Spirit Vessel on top, probably, as far as the new items are concerned. I think that's still pretty accurate.
Alright.
The Spirit Vessel, though, it feels like it's a support item that's very difficult to get.
Ooh,
it's very expensive.
Kaka's actually just running him down. Wants to get a Yules off on
Ori
somebody. Oh,
gets the
Paparazzi.
silence.
Hello.
Paparazzi's here. Pops the BKB. There's the glimpse, though, on the Kaka. He's back in the midst of things. Wrong place, wrong time. And that's an easy kill for Vici.
Yeah, it is. And now Mugi, they're like, wait, Queen of Pain has no buyback. Mugi has no Black King bar. What? Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
Exorcisms pop. They probably go for Roche now.
Yeah.
Queen of Pain. Actually trying to get a refresher. He's not really close, but it's interesting to see the refresher is the next on the list for him. Buyback on the Kaka, and that's actually a really good buyback. Prevents the Roche, and now Exorcism is on cooldown, but like you talked about, refresher is technically available.
And Queen of Pain with that sheep, if they can somehow get that initial... Oh, they're blinking in, no vision, but Dire does scan. They have to know something's up.
Oh boy, this could be the end for Newbee here at Dota Pit Minor. Young 11 gets sheeped right away, though, into the Wraithfire Blast. The Chronosphere is going to completely whiff. This could be a disaster for Vici Gaming as Ori gets off the Exorcism. Sonic Wave dealing considerable amount of damage. There's the global GA. Buyback onto the Magnus. And here comes Kaka. Attempting to get away, getting purified at the last second, but the roll will not be enough. As there's the RP.
Has another one.
The refresher used, trying to get this Queen of Pain, but not a whole lot of damage to speak of. The purification keeping him healthy, along with the repel, and finally reincarnation is popped. But here comes Mugi, blinks out of the kinetic field, right-click and disruptor, crits him down easily, but now it's a 2v1. KP is here to help, though, with the purification. More buybacks to come. Disruptor and Void here to play. Chronosphere not up for 70 seconds. Wraith King will finally die. He has buyback in 100 seconds. A Blast will connect on 2. Ori does have his silence and Crypt Swarm, but no Exorcism to speak of. He's attempting to TP out. The right clicks, are they going to be enough? Yes! They get him. Does technically have buyback, but he has no Exorcism. Refresher was used as well, and you're right. Roshan looks to be the play.
And that was huge. Faith getting that 4-step on SCC in the middle of that fight, just moving away so he could get that. And he actually got... Faith got nullified like 0.1 second after he got the 4-step off, or else SCC would have died. And that is a huge team fight win.
That was... Look at the net worth lead now. It was 15K in Vici's favor.
2K.
Now it's essentially even at 51 minutes. 2K means literally nothing. We have the Aegis now on Wraith King, who picked up the cheese, and Refresher.
Refresher is on KP, the double global ulti.
Oh my. Yeah, that's... Okay, that's pretty good.
Cheese on Quap. No more boots. Don't need them. Refresher Orb going to be on Queen of Pain, probably for the Sheep Stick. Double Sheep Stick's actually insanely good here. Double BKB as well. Man, the crazy game. Like you said, miss one Chronosphere this late in the game, and that is not good for you.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, perfect initiation, too. Having that Sentry Ward down, they killed Young 11 before you get in the fight, so he bought back right away. But you're not ready. You want him to initiate the fight, and he's dead. He's TPing back to a shrine.
Yeah, that Sheep Stick on Young 11 was pretty clutch. Of course, he was just standing in front of the Roche Pit in Viz.
I think he was seeing if, like, his smoke broke, and he's like, it did. But... do you really want to blink in and commit your ultimate if nobody's in there?
It's
risky. They were nervous.
Definitely risky.
And now both teams, I mean, the buyback status is no one really has it except Omni and Ori. Going for a Moon Shard.
All right. You know what time it is, Grant?
What time?
It's 52 minutes. We can start talking about more level 25 talents. I know you've been wanting me to talk a little bit more about it.
Oh, dude, AA's is so good. The 4% Ice Blast kill threshold is actually so good this game.
It is. It is amazing.
Dang.
It sounds small, but threshold is pretty ridiculous. We have the reincarnation
4%
Wraithfire
sounds
Blast,
small
by
to you?
the way.
My goodness.
Yes, 4%.
My friend.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Maybe not in Europe, but here we have Wraith King. We're going to see that AoE Wraithfire Blast when he dies. Always nice to have.
It is, and
we haven't really talked about Quap, but she did go for the 20-second spell block, so essentially a Lincoln Sphere for her.
I need to go to 200 purification for you.
Did he?
On the Omni. Yeah.
All right, looks like I'm right again. The guarantee is intact. I mean, it's still really good. I don't think
it
you
is.
can.
I think both are just insanely good. It's one of those that both are really good.
I think, yeah, depending on the game, how you're feeling, for sure. You know what's ridiculous if we get to 25 on Earth Spirit? If Kaka picks up the geomagnetic grip targets allies, that is... I wonder if that works in Chronosphere. Do you know?
I have no clue.
If that works in Chronosphere, my god, that is insane.
That'll be good, yeah. Better than good, pardon me, but very good.
Very good, thank you. That's like the old AMD Scepter for him.
I like that. And Ori picks up the Moon Shard, but gives it to the Void.
Oh, that's nice.
So Ori uses some
she has way too much gold.
Yeah, not anymore now, but I think Newbee definitely, they have the advantage here. They need to push, not now, just before the Aegis expires, right? Like, they need to make something happen while they have Aegis up.
I mean, if he can even use it, he has to die twice.
Yeah.
Actually, a little bit surprised.
He's been doing a pretty good job dying, so I don't think it'll be too hard.
It's still pretty difficult. It's not the easiest thing in the world.
My man's been struggling with this nullifier.
Yeah, that's true. He's never building this thing. Let's just resign to that at this point.
And like you said, it's so hard for Newbee to push uphill into this Chronosphere that covers pretty much all the hills, as well as I mean, if you get Chronosphered and then Magnus ulti, you're getting 5-man silenced by Ori. It's just so hard to push uphill.
By the way, the Magnus KP did go for the or not KP. He's been playing a lot of Magnus this turn, but Young 11 did go for the 0.75 second reverse polarity stun duration. So we're going to see double of that.
And only really the Dirge far away from level 25, and none of his really are that good. I mean, a full life for an Undying doesn't mean that much.
Yeah, but the 2-second delay cooldown is pretty good, especially if he's going to end up with Ags at some point, which he has queued up. If he can get that, that's huge. He becomes like a semi-core at that point.
He seems to be the martyr of their team, though. He's the one who's always dying.
He literally does every single fight. That's how the fight. That's how you know the fight actually begins, is when
the tombstone pops down from his body.
Yeah, pretty much. Disruptor, on the other hand, is actually getting closer to 25. What do you think of these skills? So 4-second kinetic field duration or minus 10-second glimpse?
I think if you're in a winning game and you hit 25, glimpse is insanely good, but kinetic field duration is insane. If you get like a silence off on somebody as well, and they're just stuck there for so long.
Yeah, it's actually a tough choice. So minus 10 seconds for glimpse would mean it's an 8-second cooldown. I would say that glimpse is one of the most powerful single target spells in the game, so that's pretty ridiculous.
I think this late in the game, if you're in a team fight, not like maybe one person's running away, so you need glimpse once, while the 4-second hold in place for Magnus is too good.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I don't think...
Oh my... Oh, Moogie. He's going, oh, I'm so excited. Oh, this is so powerful. They're so hard to kill, and if somehow Vici can take one of them out, they will reincarnate, essentially, for 7 seconds, can still use their abilities, and I believe items, I want to say? Not 100% sure about the items, but...
Not sure. I know skills, yeah. I believe items, too.
It's really, really good in late-stage scenarios like this. These team fights are going to last like 80 seconds.
Yep. AA just farming up with his ult.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Oh, my. Good, clean stuff.
Man, they didn't push in with that Aegis, though, on the Wraith King.
Oh, he actually commits. He commits. Yeah, you're right. The Aegis is now out, so Ags will replace it. Ags on Disruptor, though. This is super powerful. Yeah, it mutes items as well as, I believe, it either lasts longer or deals more damage.
But good.
That's right. Well, it doesn't purge.
No. And here
or
we
it doesn't dispel.
And both teams are willing to just farm up and, let all the buybacks come back.
Oh, wow. Actually, Kaka goes for the 1-second Boulder Smash stun duration for his 25 and not the Geomagnetic Grip. Very interesting. I mean, obviously, that's still good. I just figured maybe he knows something we don't about the Chronosphere interaction.
Maybe, too. And, I mean, just hitting that Void with the Boulder Stun while he's in the Chrono, just stunning him so he doesn't do any damage. It's extremely good.
If he could get an Ags at some point this game, that would be pretty big for them. A Blast again. It takes out entire waves.
That does.
And LAN-M, is this the start of the fight? Are we going to see it?
We might.
Stun. Counter Yules, though.
The boulder stun. Look at that.
Young 11 on the sidelines. Pops the BKB, gets the RP onto 2, into the skewer. GA is popped, though, into a static storm. Remember, that's an Aghanim Scepter along with the Chronosphere. This is a lot of damage onto Kaka. He will drop before using any spell. Quap very low, gets Yules, will likely drop at some point. The Sonic Wave, though, healing out with a 30% spell lifesteal. Faceless Void might drop. He gets the Time Walk off in the last second. The buyback on the Queen of Pain. Moogie right-clicking on the Death Prophet. That Exorcism is ripping right through him. Young 11 with another RP available. Will he use it here? Biding his time on the sidelines. SCCC still has cheese. Trying to go for this tombstone. There's the RP. Onto 2. Into another skewer. Paparazzi obviously does not have Chronosphere.
My goodness.
Beautiful damage being done. Ancient Apparition looks to be dead. There's the Wraith King Ags. That means they are eventually going to die. We'll see if they actually have any spells to use, as Omni Knight looks to be next on the list. That is 4 dead for Newbee with the buyback on Queen of Pain. So it's essentially a team wipe.
And more than likely, VG knows that Wraith King doesn't have ultimate. They see that like freshly minted Aghanims, and they're like, unless this guy farmed a ton, which he hasn't, he's not going to have buyback.
Right.
And now they have, Ori will have his ultimate back up in 70 seconds. That's fine.
There's no Exorcism for a while. Obviously, Refresher was used, but Paparazzi,
he does enough damage.
He hits a lot. Yep. He hits for a lot.
My God, that was just such good just a combined ultimate. The skewer into the disruptor, right, was so good.
Oh, they're gonna go back here. I mean, it is scary. You don't know for sure if Wraith King has buyback.
And AA's ulti. You don't want to get hit by that at any cost.
That's true. Is he 25 yet? No, not quite 25. Void. I mean, once they get a full Rax, they'll probably realize that Wraith King does not have buyback. Chronosphere is back up in 8 seconds. Young 11, no RP to work with, but we've seen a lot of beautiful skewers from him this game.
We have.
And we're going to have a double GA potential here from Omni Knight, but doesn't have his first one to use. So they'll give these 2 racks up.
Yep. They're fine with that. Whatever. They don't take the ranged even, but Roshan, possible to be up in 20 seconds. That would be the dream for VG Gaming.
That Time Walk cast range is it's at 20 now, so much more achievable in a regular game and very noticeable. It's plus 500. The old 25 used to be plus 600, so it's not even that much of a nerf. They're going to smoke up. Oh, it's a fake back here.
Oh, the old
they can get
fakery
25 seconds left on Wraith King's
when they might see AA
ulti. Chronosphere onto 2. They're going to take a nice GA, though. Not sure if the nullifier is going to be used, but looks like Quap just dies. That's a dieback, and Vici Gaming are looking to clean up the rest of this game. LAN-M and company are going to be going to the grand finals to face off against Team Liquid. What a series. Great series overall.
This was a great series. This was a great game to end on, too. Just barely breaks the 60-minute mark. A team fight, right? The team fight of Vici just always felt stronger pretty much every time except that one team fight by Newbee in the mid game.
Yeah, well